Hello and welcome to part 44 of this Getting Started in Android Development series, brought to you by North Border Software. My name is Gary. So what we're going to do is continue with the AsyncTask, and we're going to focus on the URL connection, then test the download itself. Because we're going to access the internet, what we need to do is ensure that the manifest has got the appropriate permissions in. This is something covered in the last tutorial, so I'm just going to cut and paste the line of code we need. So we need to make sure that we use the Android permission internet access, otherwise it won't work. So just needs to sit in there, so that's the permissions actually set for the Android manifest itself. Okay, so let's come back to this AsyncTask activity and just complete the code here. What I need to do is fill out this doing background method here. All I'm going to do is actually call another method from this, really, and just have a separate item with all the code in there, just to modularize it a little bit more. First thing I want to do is actually create an object for bitmap at the top of this class. So what we'll do is type bitmap. I'll just call it bitmap. We'll just set this equal to null for the moment. So that's just an object we created there. I said I would just probably alter this to something more meaningful. Let's just say that. Now I'm actually going to, in this doing background, I'm actually going to return the actual downloaded bitmap. So we just need to just download that. So that's fine. So what we're going to do now is call a method which we're going to create a little bit later on. So all we need to type here is bitmap equals, and it'll be, the method we're going to create is download, and it'll be bitmap, and we need to pass the URL over. I'm going to pass this as an array, and so that's all we need to do. We need to create this method. Now what I'll do, I'll just type it in here. We'll just create it here. So it would be private bitmap, and it'd be download bitmap, and it'll be a string, and we're going to pass the string URL over to it. String URL. Okay, and this is going to throw an exception, an IO exception. Okay, and we just need to put some curly brackets in there. So that's the basic framework of our method, and this has got an error here because it's actually looking for something to return, but we'll just fill that in at the moment. Okay, and we'll get rid of this error here. It's going to probably surround this with a try and a catch. That's fine. So that takes care of that error. This is looking for something to return, but we'll sort that out as we go along. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll probably just deal with that anyway. So let's just type return, and it'll be bitmap. Okay, so that just clears that error up. So let's just format that code. Right, so what we need to do then is get on with the URL connection. Now the URL connection replaces the default HTTP client, and that was deprecated in API 22 or Android Lollipop. So we're going to use this, I guess, newer way of downloading a file from the internet. So I'm just going to set up some objects at the moment. Set them up as null. So bitmap to represent our image, and we'll just set equal to null. And we need an input stream to represent the byte stream, which is going to be downloaded from the internet. So it'll be an input stream, and just call that input stream. And again, we're just going to set that equal to null for the moment. And just one for the URL as well. So we need to set up an object of a URL. So it's capitalized, and just call that URL and equal to null again. Okay, so there are basic objects all set up. What we need to do now is get on with opening the connection. So we need to create the URL. This is all fairly standard way of actually implementing the URL connection. So we create the URL by just passing the string into this. So it's string URL. Okay, and now what we need to do is create an object of the URL connection. So HTTP URL connection. Oh, sorry, that's connection. We've got HTTPS there, but we'll just use HTTP for the moment, and we'll just call this URL connection. So equals, and we'll just cast that as HTTP URL connection, and it will be URL dot, and it's open connection is what we want. Okay. Good. So the next thing we need to do then is actually connect. So URL connection, and it would be dot connect. And what we need to do now, once the connection is established, we need to pull in the byte stream. So this is where we load up the input stream, which is just a byte stream. And it'll be URL equals URL connection, and we need to just get the input stream. So let's get input stream. Okay. So once we've actually got the input stream, we need to convert that to an image. So this is where we use the bitmap factory to take the stream of data and just convert it into an image. It's bitmap, and it'll be equal to bitmap factory. And it'll be what we need to do is decode the stream. So we're looking at decode stream, and it'll be input stream. Okay. Essentially that's all there is to it. What we do need to do though is really we should be surrounding these with a try and a catch. So let's just put a try in here. Okay. And catch. Now we've got a number of exceptions we need to catch. First will be a malformed URL exception, and we'll just call that E. Okay. And we can say E dot what we do is say E dot print E dot print stack trace, Okay, and the next thing we want to catch for is the standard IO exception. So it'll be catch, and we're looking for IO exception. Again, we'll just call that E, and we'll just print the stack trace again. And we need a finally in here, and finally we will close the input stream. So it'll be input stream dot close. Okay, so that actually is all we need to do. So I'll just format this code, and we're ready to give it a test. Okay, so we've got the app running, so I'll just go into the AsyncTask. You see we've got the download image button, so let's press that. There's our dialog, so we just have to wait. It's quite a large file, so wait for it to download. And there we are. Took some time. That wasn't on the user interface thread, so it won't be disturbing the actions with the buttons. You can see that's working, so hope you found this one useful, and catch you in the next one. Bye for now.